And I have the pleasure of having, listen to this, get this, charming, compassionate psychologist Carlos Camacho.
Yes, I love it.
Well, you are.
I can write my own profile, see?
You can. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm glad you read it out exactly how I wrote it out for you.
I thought you might appreciate that. Thanks for coming in, Carlos.
Oh, I love it.
Always wonderful to have you here. The last week, I think it was only last week and maybe the week before, we were talking about mental health after retirement and the importance of still having dreams and setting goals, weren't we?
That's right.
And today we're going to chat like pre-retirement, 50s, 60s, sort of our age group.
Around our age, yeah. Physically anyway, our minds are a lot younger, aren't they?
They are, aren't they?
Yeah,
we still think we're young.
Oh, yeah. I love hanging around young people and makes you feel young yourself. I think it is a little bit in that sense contagious.
Yeah, our bodies start to show us that we're getting older, don't they? Though.
Yes, it does. And you do a few things, and then the next day you wake up with sore knees. But it's a wonderful time of our lives, because I think we were talking about this off air that you get to a certain age, especially 50s, mid-50s, and it dawns on you that you're getting old.
That's for sure, yeah.
I think when you're 40, you still kind of like mingle in. You still think, but we're going to do this, going to do that.
Sure.
But I think you realise, wow, my body now, I notice it. There's a huge change. But the beauty of it, there's a compensation for that, which is our minds.
Yep.
We become a little bit wiser and hopefully a little bit, we gain a lot more peace with that deterioration of the body. Is it nature wise?
It is. It's amazing. So wise.
Yeah, that's why I find sometimes a little bit sad when you find older people that still don't have that peace of mind, because they've lost with regards to the fitness of their body, but they haven't gained anything, and it's quite tragic sometimes to see. Yeah,
and our memories are so important, aren't they?
Oh, it's wonderful.
For our happiness.
Yeah, like Epicurus said, isn't it? Because we live in the present, when we remember something, you make it now. So we can still feel exactly how we felt then by bringing them into our minds in the present, and it's a wonderful thing to do, and we've got to do that more often. We get that a lot with music and art, and
brings back the memories.
You kind of like get that feeling again, and for that moment you feel it.
And it's always good to be out in nature, but hopefully too, when we get to our age, our goals change, don't they? Like change with our age, and hopefully we've got a little bit more comfort and peace, and we can plan different things like holidays, enjoy those sorts of things, even though we don't really like to go clubbing as much as we used to.
I mean, we still like it, just that we feel out of place.
We feel like they're saying, oh, look at that old person on the dance floor.
That's right, but it's surprisingly, the young people today, they're very open-minded. I think it's quite surprising. This generation, they're very open-minded. If you dance to their music and you mingle in, they're very welcoming. I find it's not like so much like other generations. They're not they're much more broad-minded these days, and so give it a go. You feel like doing it, give it a go. I reckon
just do it.
If you go in with a good vibe, people are always welcoming, I find, and in most cases. So, but yes, look. At a certain age, in your 50s, 60s, usually you find a little bit more financial stability.
That's right.
You find that you're capable of doing things you couldn't in the past.
Yeah.
And, you get to that age, hopefully, that at least you got that part of your life sorted out. And yes, we do miss a lot of the young times, and we start preparing for an age where maybe physically we won't be able to respond as good. But it's kind of like our last hurrah now, isn't it?
It is, and we can still play with the grandkids. We can play sport with them.
Yeah,
still, get out in the backyard, like you were saying, play basketball.
Right. Yeah, look. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at this age, I think staying fit as possible is important, because you need to have that physical fitness in order to play with the grandchildren or to do the basic things. Not go overboard, of course, but definitely enough fitness for that. So eat well, sleep well and recover well. And that's pretty much the same most of our lives. But at this age, even more so, I find, because we're still capable of doing a lot, but we have to judge where our bodies can actually take us to.
Nourish and sleep as well. Have a good night's sleep if we can.
That's the number one thing.
It's more important than when we were younger. We could get by without it, couldn't we?
Yeah, go clubbing and then go straight to work.
Yeah.
We've all done that type of stuff. And then, look, it's good to listen to our bodies. Nature, like we said, is wise. So the best person is yourself, the individual. And listen to it. We're the only animals that don't listen to our bodies.
Isn't that
you've
strange?
seen dogs, they feel hungry, they eat, they feel tired, they sleep,
And they don't eat if they're not hungry.
That's right.
Yeah.
We don't. We have a routine and we stick to it, and we don't listen to our bodies sometimes. Sometimes we want to do something, but if we listen to our bodies, maybe it's telling us not to.
That's the
or the opposite.
Or to do it.
Do it.
You're
go
fine.
for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Very true, because even I've been going to my chiropractor and he's always, listen to what your body says. There's not a rule for someone else and a rule for the next person, is there? It's so individual. Our bodies are so individual.
Yes, and I talk about this a lot, and I've always said it for years, that we have to find about 5 minutes a day just to reflect on ourselves. Just ourselves, our mind and our body. No phone, no television, no music, just silence. I know it's hard to do because we kind of feel a bit uncomfortable, like I should be washing the dishes.
but you get used to it.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. Just think about how you feel, think about how your body's, think about what you're going to do, think about, whether you have some pain somewhere, think about whether, that person really makes you feel good or not. And in 5 minutes, you'll be surprised. That's 300 seconds. See, my math is good.
Very good.
Yeah, I just worked it out like that.
I'll add that to your bio as well.
I'll have to talk about Pythagoras next time now.
You will.
Just to show off.
Oh,
yeah. And then so those 5 minutes, but daily, makes a huge difference.
And you deserve it, don't you? We all deserve that time for ourselves.
Yeah, look, it's one of those things that if we didn't live in a civilized society, we'll probably have that time, because we live in a modern civilized society. We feel that, and especially in the Western world,
it's like go.
If you're not doing something, you're wasting your time. No, I think that time is a great investment, because you'll work things out that you wouldn't on the trot.
That's for sure. Thank you. You are so wise.
Oh, it's all smoke and mirrors. That's all.
Thanks for coming in today, Carlos.
I loved it.
See you next time. And a lovely song that you've chosen today.
Yeah, I absolutely adore this song. I only discovered it a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I wasn't here in Australia when it came out, and I absolutely fell in love with it, the melody, and it's really about missing a night, but in this case, it's about missing the things that we did those nights when we were young.
Yeah.
But that's okay, we move forward.
We do. And it's Matt Moffat and Miss This Tonight. Thanks again, Carlos.
Thank you.